Hey guys, Zom Fox here, and today's time to do the second division standings prediction for the NFC, and today we're going to be looking at the NFC South. The NFC South was wrongfully called the worst division in football last year. I say wrongfully because the AFC South was the worst division. This one was second worst though. Proof? Well, the Buccaneers won going 8-9. Yes, we had another team with a losing record make the playoffs, so to all you USFL and XFL fans, no, it's not just a problem in those leagues. Even in the NFL, losing teams get rewarded. Essentially, this was actually really close. Basically, to the last week, nearly every team had a chance. The Falcons and Panthers both screwed their chances like 2 weeks before the season ended, and the Saints also just got unlucky. And the Buccaneers basically won barely, though they did, end up getting pwned in the playoffs. So, not the best. Overall, it was just kind of weird. All these teams weren't really that good, and the best team in the end was probably the Panthers the last couple weeks. So, yeah. Well, let's just get started by looking at the first team, and that is going to be the Panthers. Panthers ended up having the number one overall pick. They traded basically heaven and earth to go get it for some reason, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. Look, as a Panthers fan, I think that the best thing this team did was overhaul the coaching staff. Look, in terms of losses, you lost basically your whole coaching staff. I didn't want to really write it down. I mean, everyone knows the coaching staff was basically terrible except for Steve Wilkes. I think he should have kept the head coaching job, but I digress. You lose, Ben McAdoo, so who really cares about that loss? You lose your awful head coach you had, and then you lose your great interim head coach and your OC. I mean, your D. So, You also lost DJ Moore. That was a huge loss. Dante Foreman, another massive loss. Zane Gonzalez, Matt Ioannidis, Sam Darnold, Corey Littleton, and Pat Eflin they're all losses, but I think that the overall additions are where this team shines. I don't think Frank Reich is better than Steve Wilkes just because I think Steve Wilkes fit this team really well, but I do think he got a really bad rep at Indianapolis. He never was gifted a quarterback. Ajiro Evero is an outstanding defensive coordinator. Thomas Brown at OC is an OC. You did get Josh McCown as a QB coach, which is a huge win, and then Jim Caldwell being your senior assistant is huge. Jim Caldwell, I think, is one of the best guys who's not a head coach in the league. Then you did add Adam Thielen, Von Bell, Bryce Young, and Jonathan Mingo. So you did add a couple receivers for your new rookie quarterback, and you got a really solid safety in Von Bell. Last year, Baker Mayfield was awful. PJ Walker was and then Sam Darnold was either awful or really good. He just didn't know which one to be every week. He did end up having a 92 passer rating, and after the first week of preseason this year, he looks like to be really good, or the first couple weeks. So, yeah, last year the team finished really bad in offensive defense. I like the coaching staff. That's what I'll say. Aside from that, as a Panthers fan, I'm not really too hyped for this year. The Saints. The Saints they last year were proven that, yes, Sean Payton was that guy. You lose your co-DCs, Ryan Nielsen and Chris Richard. You gain Joe Woods. I'm glad they have an actual DC this time instead of a couple guys. You did lose some, guys on the defense. Mainly Marcus Davenport's the biggest loss. And then you lost Jarvis Landry, who was last year, and Andy Dalton, who was actually pretty decent last year. I think he also got a bum rap. He was pretty good last year for them. You did add Derek Carr, that is supposed to be an upgrade over Andy Dalton, and I think he will be. Jamal Williams is a great addition at running back. You got three guys for defensive tackle, and then you got Isaiah Foskey for defensive end. Foster Moreau, tight end, is nice to get another tight end. Hopefully your defense is better. I mean, it was already really great as a top 10 unit. Maybe this time we can get a top 5 in both points and yards, and your offense should be a bit better. But I still don't think this team is great. I think Dennis Allen is one of the worst head coaches in football right now. I'm shocked he kept his job, but we'll see. Now we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No longer the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers, as they're both gone. You lost a lot. Byron Leftwich is gone at OC. Brady's gone at QB. Donovan Smith is gone. Shaq Mason's gone. Sean Murphy-Bunting's gone. Keanu Neal, Mike Edwards, Leonard Fournette, Julio Jones, Akeem Hicks, and even more are gone. Yeah, this year's going to suck. When your biggest ads are like Baker Mayfield and Chase Edmonds, yikes. Look, Brady last year had the worst year of his career, and he was still a really solid quarterback compared to a lot of other guys, and now you're going to Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I don't think Bowles is going to keep his job after this season. I don't think this team's going to be good. I think this team's going to suck. The last team to talk about is the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, just like the Saints, are clearly the two best teams in this division, I would say. Because, look what they did. You got rid of Dean Pease at DC, who hadn't done a good job, and you got Ryan Nielsen, which I think is an okay move, but the big deal is your overall player base. You lose guys like Wilkinson, Mariota, Zacchaeus, Oliver, Evans, and Burt. Really, Rashawn Evans is the only one I look at and say, wow, that's a big loss. Because, you get to replace Wilkinson in the draft. You get Bijan Robinson, who was an unbelievable running back in college. Jesse Bates III is an insanely good safety that you add. Bud Dupree should help the D-line. Jonnu Smith is a tight end that worked really well with Arthur Smith, though I do think arguably would have been better to just draft Wiley since he and Ritter were so good together in college. But I digress. Overall, especially if he's healthy, Okuda is a great add, and then Calais Campbell is a great veteran influence. Essentially, you just upgraded everywhere. And last year, despite only playing in 4 games, Ritter showed that he can be a solid quarterback. Even though you may say technically he was worse than Mariota, considering the fact that Ritter only got to play in 4 games and he looked better after each game. And if it wasn't for Drake London fumbling 2 separate 4th down passes, that he could have gone undefeated and gone 4-0, this team's going to be good. Ritter's going to be a great quarterback. I think he's going to be a better quarterback than Kenny Pickett and better than Brock Purdy because I am a Brock Purdy hater. I think that he is a part of the system, not actually a great quarterback. That's my thoughts. And because of that, I have them winning the whole division. They're going to use their rushing game and their overall solid QB play to end up winning the division. The Saints are going to fall just short. I think that really, though, 9-8 probably can win this division. It might be 10-7, but 9-8 is a pretty good benchmark. I think the Panthers are going to be just better than last year in some ways, worse in other ways. I think the fact is that this team needs to be built on the defense, and I don't know why they're trying to build on offense. It's like they're trying to redo the wheel. Your team's always been good at defense. Just focus on that. That's what Steve Wilkes did, and that's why the team was so much better in the second half than the first half. But we'll see. And the Buccaneers, if it wasn't for the Colts and Cardinals, this team would be the worst in the league. I have no faith in them whatsoever. I think this team is going to be awful. I just don't know what there is to like about the Buccaneers, really. Bad QB, bad coach, bad everything. So, yeah. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. This has been Zom Fox. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. It helps the channel a lot, and you'll be notified as soon as I upload any videos. Be on the lookout for more, and as always, have a great night.